guys come over this side. All right, so I play a lot of, from close guard, I play a lot with an overhook control. I like it a lot. It forces the other guy into a very narrow channel of possibilities. There's only a couple things he can do safely from there. So I like being able to control the fight so much so that I know he's going to do 1, 2, or 3, and then I can already get ahead of him. Okay. So the easiest way, what I end up doing most of the time to set it up is number one, you've got to make sure that you have really good hip and leg work. Can't be lazy, right? This is not close guard, right? Nick can feel, it's like exactly. So I have to make sure that I'm here. Now I'm completely different, right? Outside, you can't see that, but inside. So I'm just making sure that it's not even I'm squeezing. I'm just making sure that there's a little bit of connection, a little bit of friction, and that my hips are making sure that he can't move too much. And so all I usually do is I just pin the arm down and I go under. And then the way I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot my hand towards his head. Like if you just try to do it from here and you go outside and see what happens, see how his elbow moves out? It's easier for him to counter. But if I go here, I'm keeping everything much tighter, so then I'm already above his elbow. Okay? Here's the thing, so a couple points. Number one, the overhook's not done yet. Okay? Because see, that's nothing. So when I do it, when I actually do it, it's this. Now do the same thing. Did I squeeze anymore? The only thing I did different was I kept trying to touch the wall with my fingertips. So this isn't the overhook. This is the overhook. Okay? And so that tightens everything up. Not trying to use muscle or size or strength or anything. Just drive it that way and it tightens up that little gap that he has. Okay. So the other thing is immediately, once I have the overhook go this way, I want to control the back of the collar. Because I need to keep his posture down. Okay? If he's up here, I can still do it, but it's a lot more work. Okay? I want to keep him down. Now notice what I did was my shoulder blades stayed flat. Right? If I try to do this here, it feels like it's going to work. But it doesn't, because now I take this hand is actually farther away from where I want. Okay? So I'm staying flat. So as I go across here, I keep his head down and I grab behind his head on the collar and I'm gonna pull as much of that gi, that collar into my hand so my palms facing me. So I pull, I'm taking up all that slack. It's not just here. And then there's space. I'm pulling as tight as I possibly can. So Nick can already feel like, okay, I got control. It gives me an anchor, but it's no pressure. What I want is this. That hurts a lot more, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm already starting to choke before I do anything. I've not done anything. I've just set up the control. But he's already halfway to being choked. Okay. So my first move that I look for is the choke. So this hand comes across. And I grab about between the shoulder blades, and I just find an anchor. And then all I'm gonna do is this elbow goes towards my hip, and this elbow's gonna come up. But here's where I make the switch. Okay, so I'm here, I've had this, I've been really tight, so I get this control. Now I go to the side. Because then when I bring the hand over, I've got room. Okay, but I don't go on my side until I'm ready to bring that hand over. And then it's just here. So I don't even have to move very much. I just have to make sure this elbow goes to my hip and this elbow is going up. So it looks like this, and his neck's being caught in the middle, right? So again, here I make sure I'm keeping him close with my hips and my legs. I'm not being lazy. Pin this arm, and then I drive across. Keep him down, I got all the time. As long as I can keep him from trying to posture up. As long as I can do this, all the time in the world. And see, I can keep the posture up. I can still feed it, it still sucks, right?
Yeah.
I got all the time in the world. Then, now I go for the choke. Now I base out a little bit to the side, and I open up this line. Here, anchor. Doesn't take much, because I've already started most of the choke on the other side, okay? This, I'm already cutting off that blood supply. I'm already changing the pressure into the brain. Doesn't take very much. Here, it's easy, okay? Make sense? All right, give it a shot. Again, it's a real, think of it, don't be in a hurry to do the choke. That's the important part. Be in a hurry to secure the position. Get that overhook all the way across. Keep his posture down. Take up as much of that collar as you possibly can. Pick up all the slack and feed it into that hand. Make sure this is good. Then turn onto your side and set up the choke. Okay, don't be in a hurry. It's the overhook, that overhook close guard control. That's the game. Okay, I always go for the choke first. I always go for the choke first, because generally it's there. Even if I don't get the choke and I threaten it, now that I know how they have to defend. There's only a couple things that they can start to do to defend that position. And then I've already preset the ambush ready to go. Oh, you're gonna try to pull that arm away and really fight? Cool, now I'm gonna do this. Oh, you're gonna hold this hand to keep it from coming over the choke? Cool, I'm going to do this. What? So, make sense? All right, so give it a try. Again, take the time, feed that over real tight, stay flat, then go for the choke. Got it? Cool, let's do it.